Hey YouTube, so it's Tylerwho here, and I just got done watching the How I Met Your Mother finale. Well, I didn't just get done, but I finished it a little bit ago. Um, Sorry, I'm getting Snapchats. I I was wearing the hood because I'm depressed. It was so sad and just so I don't know. It's gonna be a long video because most of my videos are, and it's gonna be all over the place, just like most of my videos are. So get ready for that. Okay, I'm just gonna get right into it. My overall feeling is happiness, and I'm like 90% happy, and I'm 10% upset. Um, I've been on Tumblr, I've been on Twitter, I've been on YouTube, and I've seen the reactions from people, and it's kind of not so good. A lot of people feel cheated. A lot of people feel um, like they've wasted 9 years of their lives, and I get that. I see that, but um, I don't really see it that way, and I'll tell you why. I love How I Met Your Mother as most any of the fandom does. I've loved it since the first time I saw it, since the first episode, which, by the way, the first episode I ever watched of How I Met Your Mother was right at the end of season two. I caught it on, I know, I was at a friend's house and she had it. She was like, "You got to watch this show." And she had, up to that point, only, seen one through, I'm sorry, I'm so frazzled. She had seen the first season, so she was at the end of the second season. I was like, "Okay, I'll watch this show with you." And I just sat down and watched it. So I knew the very first episode I watched was right around the time where it was Lily and Marshall's wedding, and so I already knew that Ted and Robin weren't going to be together. But I needed to know more. I needed to know why. So that's like the premise of the show is that I've never gotten this many Snapchats before, but now all of a sudden everyone wants to Snapchat me. Anyway, I knew from the beginning that Ted and Robin weren't going to be together, but I just needed to know why. And so that's kind of the whole premise of the show was just, and I know I just repeated every word of that, but is the journey, and I needed to know why. And I feel like that's what everyone who's upset, which they have a right to be, but that's what I want everyone who's upset to actually remember, is that How I Met Your Mother is not about who ends up with who and everything. It's about the journey. How I Met Your Mother has taught me so much about life and has given me so much hope and has gotten me through some very shitty times in my life. And the reason for that is that because you can watch How I Met Your Mother and you can feel the the way that life really is. I mean, it completely encapsulates life as this journey that you go on and things happen, bad things, good things. Um, but in the end, there all leads up to this moment where everything's okay. And I think that that is what they were trying to go for. Now, I will agree with you that it's kind of a cop out for what they did, but I don't say I blame them because just from my personal view on it, I've always said that I wanted Ted and Robin to be together. When I found out that Robin was, quote, Aunt Robin, I mean, I was furious. I was like, really? They were so perfect together. They were so adorable. Um, I mean, the whole thing with the blue French horn, I would have stolen your whole orchestra, the salute. I mean, those things were what made me love How I Met Your Mother, is the fact that Ted and Robin were so great together and they went together so well. And I will agree with you that the writers did throw all these roadblocks in the way, and they were like, well, this is why they can't be together, and this is why this is not going to happen. This is why that she is Aunt Robin, and so on. But I still loved the fact that how they acted together and how they were together. Now, to fast forward, because I'm already at 5 minutes, this season has really kind of, I mean, I tweeted back in the very beginning of the season that I love the fact that Ted still has still hasn't given up on Robin even on her wedding day, because the whole thing with the locket and how he did so much for her, and the episode Sunrise when he had to let her go was one of the saddest moments on the show. Um, and now this all goes back to the fact that you can say, well, why did they do all that if they were just gonna put them together anyway? That's not the point. The point of the show, How I Met Your Mother, was the fact that he did meet the mother. Now the mother died. That was a mind fuck. I had no idea that was happening. Um, but it kind of makes sense because things like that happen in life, and that's what I want to keep going back to, is the fact that the show is so realistic that it just that kind of stuff happens. I mean, you have all this time to get to know someone, but this is the main thing, is that you have to understand, or you have to remember, that this entire show, we didn't meet the mother until this season. Um, so it kind of made sense because, like the kid said on the show, it's like, well, no, this wasn't the story of how you met your mother. This is the story of how you were in love with Aunt Robin. Because it was. When you look back, it was. Everything that they did for the relationship between Ted and Robin. Now, I get the fact that it's upsetting because it's kind of, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I want to love it, and I do love it, but I get why people are upset about it. I won't say this is the worst finale in television history. It's not. I mean, it had a lot of good qualities, um, and I loved it. I mean, I cried. I was emotional. It, but that's the thing, is that How I Met Your Mother is about the journey and how Ted got there and how he finally got the girl that he really wanted. Um, Now he got the love of his life, which was the mother. Now, things happened and he couldn't be with her because she died, but I don't know. The show is it was very interesting. I'll say that. Um, it's not going to make too many people happy. I myself am just still kind of bleh about it. Um, I'm sad that it's over, and I'm sad that it didn't go exactly how I wanted it to go, but I'm not furious about it. Um, I will agree that this season was kind of messy and kind of just like, I don't know, because the fact that we didn't actually see the mother until this season, I thought the whole season 9 would be about the mother and meeting the mother and getting to know the mother. And they tried to do that with like flash forwards and everything, but I'm using flash forwards from Lost. I don't know if that's a real word, but anyway, flash forwards, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. But if you want a great video about the negative side, I'm going to link down below Christina Horner. She's one of my favorite YouTubers. She's from Five Awesome Girls, and she put up a video not 20 minutes ago about the negative side. She's real upset about it, and so that will be down below for you to check out. Go watch that just so you can really see the negative side of everything. But I'm trying to be positive, and I'm trying to say how I feel, but it's not really coming out because I don't know exactly how I feel yet. Um, I'm glad that Ted and Robin got to be together because that's what I've always wanted. I'm just kind of messy about why or how they did it. It's a little messy. I did see a tweet about how, which was really interesting, was someone said that this finale would have been okay for a show that had gone on for 4 seasons or maybe 5 seasons, but the fact that it did go on for 9 seasons is a little upsetting. And I didn't even get to talk about the whole Barney thing, but I will mention that a little bit because I don't give a fuck how long this video is. No one's gonna watch it anyway. So the whole Barney thing is that everyone is upset because we were seeing Barney go through all this transition of being a better person and, loving Robin, falling in love with Robin. But then when they got divorced, um, he kind of went back to his old ways, and then he had a kid, which was weird. Um, Here's how I kind of see the characters, because the characters are the only part of the show that even matters, really, when you get down to it. The characters are basically snapshots of the people that you could be in life. You can be Marshall and Lily, the happy couple who has only ever been with each other and has loved each other and has 3 kids, and everything's great. You can be Robin, who focuses on your career and puts that in front of your love life and travels and does all this stuff. Or you could be Barney, who is a player and does all these things. Um, but I don't think Barney was supposed to, you know, turn out like that. And I will admit that it was shitty for them to build us up to this point where we thought Barney was a changed person, and then kind of rip the rug out from under us and say, "Ha, just kidding, he's the same." Um, but that's kind of how they. I don't know why they did that, but that's just kind of how it happened. Or you could be Ted, the guy who is a little bit of everyone. I think Ted is a little bit of everyone. He wants the family, he wants his job, and he wants the ladies, and he's experienced all of those throughout the show. Um, so Ted is kind of like the Renaissance man in that sort of sense, is because he just kind of. I don't think I can even upload videos that are more than 10 minutes, but we'll see. Um, so yeah. Anyway, it was great. I loved it. Um, I will link, like I said, below to the negative side. Um, but this has been an amazing show, and I just loved it to pieces. It has done so much for me, and I can never thank the show itself enough for being what it was. Vita does start tomorrow. On a side note, I will be attempting Vita. This is sort of my announcement. Usually I make an announcement video, but this is my announcement video. Um, so yeah, like, subscribe for that. Comment below about your How I Met Your Mother reactions. And we're just gonna keep on keeping on, because that's what we have to do. Um, if you're feeling really shitty, then just forget this ever happened and watch every episode except that one. Okay. So yeah, Vita starts tomorrow. Have a video every day in April. Yay. We'll see how far I make it this year. I'm shooting for the whole month, but you never know. So yeah, I'll have more about that tomorrow's video, supposedly, because I'm making one. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Actually, no, I'll see you tomorrow because it's Vita. I already forgot. You see how that works?